Hi Taurus, welcome to your monthly reading and happy birthday to all those Tauruses that celebrate their birthday in the beautiful month of April. So we're going to start with your ruling planet and what it's doing at the beginning of the month. It's going to go straight into your 12th house of your undoing and the way that you get in the way of yourself, Taurus. How is it that what you're doing is probably not helping you, and how is it that your ruling planet in Venus can actually smooth those things over, bring beauty, bring attraction, and bring love in that area of your addictions and just things that are not really more private things, more personal things to yourself. This is a very private house, very private house. It goes right into your 12th before it enters your first, just so that you can really think and really notice, okay, for the past year, how have you been really navigating things, and how is it that you can probably for your next solar year, how is it that you can change those things and bring more love and that loving Venus energy into that part of your chart. And then Mercury moves into your first house on the 5th. So more communication. You're going to be talking to everyone and everything. I mean, it is going to be your birthday coming up soon. So you're going to be really thinking, processing, talking to family, maybe communicating with a lot more people as well. And then on the 7th, we have a new moon in your 12th house, along with Venus, your ruling planet, and Uranus, which is going to be a little bit, Uranus is all about, electricity and newness. So you really want to emotionally change certain things about yourself. This is a really good time for you to really look at how it is that you can probably emotionally change things, either if it's by getting more sleep, by meditating more, by stopping addictions, by changing your health habit, by using your days wiser, by basically not really wasting time on things that really are not helping you progress the way that you would like to. So I would say take a focus on that. It's a new moon, so really just, it's a private moon. So really set the intentions in the next 6 months. And if you work on it, this moon is going to help you reap that as well. Mars is going to go retrograde in your 8th house. And Mars is all about vitality, action, and how is it that you literally externally use your energy to do what you need to do. And the 8th house is all about joint finances with your partner, or any type of financial alignments that you may have with banks, another person, your spouse, or someone that you're dealing with money. And you're really going to be reflecting in this area for a while, because it's really all about, don't rush into anything in terms of that right now, because Mars is that energy that really gives us the gusto to get up and do things. And with it retrograding, it is a good time to reflect about those things. And the 8th house also deals with sexuality, and it deals with sexuality and control and vulnerability, and how you feel like you give your power away to another person, honestly. So, you want to reflect on those type of things and how it is that you probably have been probably giving your power away as well. On top of it, your ruling planet, your opposite sign, Scorpio's ruling planet, Pluto, is going to go retrograde. So I would, you're going to be taking a real intense look at your relationships, seeing issues with control, what makes you feel out of control. An increased need to probably control things too might be the negative trait about that. So kind of be careful with that. This is a really good time, I would say, with your relationships to detox. It's going to be retrograding until on the 17th it retrogrades. It starts retrogration, and it's going to retrograde until September 26th. So also to any situations with money, Taurus, any power issues with money, any relationship with money, how are you dealing with that? You are the sign of money, so it's an important thing for you Tauruses out there. I know that. The sun is going to be moving into your first house along with Mercury, where you're going to be communicating, and the spotlight will be on you at this time. The spotlight will be all on Tauruses and what you want. How can you change things? How can you revitalize yourself? How can you communicate better? How can you do things smarter? How can you do things stronger as well? Full moon is going to happen in your 7th house of relationships. So how is your behavior in relationships? Like I said, again, emotionally, you're going to be here on the 22nd when the full moon happens in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a very deep water sign, and it's all about merging and really kind of being in control of a lot of things. And if you're emotionally probably not happy in certain relationships, it doesn't matter any type business relationship, partnerships, one-on-one relationships with anyone that you have. This would be a really good time for a lot of you Tauruses to kind of like, whoa, okay, emotionally, am I happy here? Is this what I want? If it's not, this full moon is going to give you a fruition. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to show you, okay, what do I need to do to change certain things? And if I don't want to be here, if you don't want to deal with the situation, you know, navigate yourself another way, another way. And then on the 28th, Mercury is going to retrograde in your first. So a reflection, I mean, Mercury retrograding here is really going to be about you thinking about what have you been doing for the past couple of months. Has it been working for you? Really just rethinking. This also can bring people from the past back into the picture to kind of, you know, bring up some situations from the past that you probably never really dealt with. This is not a really good time to start anything new. I would say, you know, wait till Mercury goes direct, which is going to be in May on May 22nd. So it's really a good time to kind of like, because right now you're not going to be thinking too straight about everything, and things might not really be, or you might hear things that are not really what it really is. There's going to be delays and stuff. People are going to be saying things, you might misunderstand it as well. With all these retrograding planets going on, this is, you know, take time for you. You know, even though it's going to be your birthday time, I really advise a lot of you Tauruses out there to really reflect on you. How can you change you? What things can you do for you, you know? Because Mars is going to move back into your 7th house, retrograding. I think in a couple of months, actually. So you really want to take stock on that and how to change those things when that process comes. And I'll be there to talk about it when it does. So again, Taurus, I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and I'll see you next month.